Peace, peace, greetings, everyone. It's Professor Griff, and I'm here on Black Power Media. And of course, you already know this is on the masses. All right, I'm gonna switch over to the comments so I can get peace. John L. Thing said, "What's good with you?" All right, this is on the masses with your host Professor Griff. All right, first of all, shout out Kalanji and the people over at Black Power Media Reloaded. All right, Black Power Media Reloaded. Shout out to everyone over there. Of course, Kalanji, thank you very much for providing and sharing this platform with your brothers so we can bring this information so we can raise the vibrational pitch of our people into the thinking of the Creator. All right, and in this case, in the thinking of a now ancestor, Fred Hampton Sr. All right, we're going to be talking about that tonight, and the subject tonight is simply I am a revolutionary. How many people out there listening to this can actually say I am a revolutionary? All right, we have to be able to get used to the idea of dealing with things with a revolutionary mindset, all right, revolutionary spirit, all right, and we need to kind of deal with things, revolutionary paradigm. We're talking about we need to have a revolutionary world view. All right. So Hapi, Bornday, Chairman Fred Hampton, we really appreciate you, man. You understand what I'm saying? And the way we're going to show our appreciation is to carry on the work, a work that you started, a work that you gave your life for. All right. Those of us that are still revolutionaries and have a revolutionary mindset. All right, we already know what it is. We already know what we have to do in order to keep the revolutionary spirit going among our people. And it's a beautiful thing to know and understand that everybody ain't gonna make it, and they truly not. All right, so we got to understand that particular dynamic. All right, once again, it's Professor Griff, and this show is entitled "On the Masses." All right, so we're gonna begin the process arming the masses. The show is going to be short and brief. We're not going to wait on a lot of people to come in and chat. We're going to send this information out to everybody that did not log on tonight to check this out. But we're going to see if we can get them on every Wednesday at 12 noon. And if not, we're going to take a link and everyone's going to send it to 10 people. All right, as we build this particular thing. All right. All right. All right. Carlos T77, what's up, man? TC7, what's good with you? All right. Anyway, I want to read a few things from this particular book right here, the Nain Sasem. And of course, I want to be able to kind of go in this book, The Suppressed Rebellion. All right. Arib Malik Shabazz. All right. Quotations of 450 Africans from 1555 to 2002. All right, you should have these two books. Everyone that's within the sound of my voice should have these two books. I'm gonna leave them on the screen for a minute. Go look them up. The Nain Sasem, Imali Muke Bomani Baruti, and of course the Suppressed Rebellion, Black Revolution Conceived. All right, today's show is Arm the Masses with your brother Professor Griff. So I came on specifically, basically just to give a greeting to Fred Hampton Jr., Pam Africa, Rasa Khan, Kalanji, all those revolutionaries that are still out there with a revolutionary mindset. All right. Those that are out there that still have the pigs mentality, and those Uncle Toms and Uncle Thomasinas that still want to side with the pig against our people, it's fine. All right. But those of us that are carrying on the work will continue this revolutionary work. A lot of y'all think, but because a lot of people are switching teams and switching sides, you don't hear people speak like this very often. All right. Because maybe it's not fashionable. Maybe we're not toting the line. You understand what I'm saying? But it's a very critical thing when you still have and still on your job and you still you have this agenda of passing on a revolutionary message, whether it's through revolutionary quotes, revolutionary gear, revolutionary lyrics, revolutionary music. We all do that to develop a revolutionary mindset. All right. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's where this particular show tonight is headed. All right. So those of y'all that do not know the revolutionary work of our brother Fred Hampton Sr., all right. You could do it. Matter of fact, let me just see if I can pull something up and play something for everyone so we can just kind of set the tone, if that's all right with everyone. All right, let me see.
I'm the deputy chairman of the state of Illinois Black Panther Party for Fred Hampton. And a lot of people don't understand the Black Panther Party's relationship with white mother country radicals. A lot of people don't even understand that word that they're refused a lot. But what we're saying is there are white people in the mother country that are for the same types of things that we are for stimulating revolution in the mother country. And we said that we'll work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse to use for capitalism. And we know that racism is a byproduct of capitalism. Everything would be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people. And we're going to have to put it back in the hands of the people. Everybody in the state of Illinois is going to have to be involved or even around the revolution because we're going to have one. We're going to have to do more than talk. We're going to have to do more than listen. We're going to even have to do more than learn. We're going to have to start practicing, and that's very hard. We got to start learning, and you learn through practice. We got to start making mistakes, and you learn through making mistakes. We got to start getting out there with the people. And a lot of times we think we're better than the people, but that's an insult, and that's criminal. Think you're better than the people. But we got to get together and learn where it's at. It's going to take a lot of hard work. That breakfast for children is something else. You ought to dig on it. Every sister in this audience. Now, every sister in this audience ought to get themselves together and come on down and help us with that breakfast for children program. Y'all ought to come down and help feed them children in the morning. We have breakfast for children because we teach the people through practice, through observation and participation, that people can be fed free. That's the people thing. Socialism is the people. You're afraid of yourself. If you're afraid of socialism, you're afraid of yourself. We know they have our pictures. We know they're looking for us. We know they want us. But we're still saying that even though we could be in a sense, as far as this system goes, on the mountaintop, we in the Black Panther Party, because of our dedication and understanding what's in the valley, knowing that the people in the valley, knowing that we originally came from the valley, knowing that our flag is the same flag as the people in the valley, knowing that our enemy is on the mountaintop, our friends are in the valley, we say even though it's nice to be on the mountaintop, we're going back to the valley. I be in the office every day. I be in the streets propagandizing every day. I be working with everybody every day. I be teaching that solidarity is the thing. The end of a complete wipeout of imperialism is the thing. So if you're going to be thinking about me, that's what Bobby would be teaching. If you're going to be thinking about us, all we say is ain't no thing about going nowhere, getting killed. All we want to know is that you're doing what we'd be doing if we were here. And you got to do that. You can't do it unless you believe that you can do it. In the spirit of liberation, we understand that they want everybody in the party in jail. And we know that if we try to figure out and separate and divide who should go and who shouldn't go, we spend more time doing that than working for the people. So the quick solution, the speedy one, nobody goes. Nobody goes. We all stay right here. With the people. Because we love the people. Okay. Okay, you put your hands down now. We say all power to all people.
All right. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you can stand up with that kind of energy, that kind of power, that kind of clarity, that kind of focus in the time that Fred Hampton Sr. stood up. It is something now for those of us that are carrying on the work in 2024 with the sophisticated weapons that this enemy has. I'm talking about, when I say sophisticated weapons, I'm talking about nano particles and cars that are talking and parking themselves. And I'm talking about machines and transhumanism. I'm talking about machines that are cleaning your floors and all kind of stuff. And you got gadgets in your house that'll talk to you, that connect you to the universe. I'm talking about all kind of gadgets. All right. I'm talking about this enemy is more sophisticated now than he's ever been. All right. So much so that we're sitting back watching the Democratic Party and we're watching the Republicans. That's the demons and the Republicans, the Democrats and the Republicans, which are two wings of the same damn bird. We already understand that. All right. But if it took the energy of what Fred Hampton Sr. was demonstrating, if it takes that energy times 10 to do what we need to do in this present day in 2024, then we need to do that. All right. You don't necessarily need to do it in the way he was doing it, but we need to do it. You need to do something. The question now becomes is, what are you doing? What are you doing? Imwali Mukebamadi Baruti has left us over 20, 30 books with information in it so we can carry on the work. These are revolutionary books. This is a revolutionary act. All right. Loving yourself is a revolutionary act. Loving your people is a revolutionary act. What is wrong with that? Shout out to Maury. I guess it's 10050. Peace. Shout out to lovely lady 37177. Y'all be killing me with these numbers. Anyway, lovely lady, peace. All right. So let me read you something out of Nayan Sassim, Book of Revolutionary Thoughts. All right. That's this book here. Take a screenshot. Nayan Sassim by Imwali Mukebamadi Baruti. All right. It says here that there is no better way to mourn for a fallen soldier than to pick up the fallen soldier's weapon. All right. David Indaba, the elder whose face graces the cover of my book, Sesh, is a Nana Kwame Ahmed Abdullah. He was the African man of great power, of great wisdom, and great resilience. As with any of our great men, he demanded more of himself than others. Knowing that the wisdom is a responsibility, is to be molded, and that the love and trust, no matter how deep and enduring, must be continually demonstrated and earned. We have to be able to demonstrate the love, and it's very necessary for those individuals. All right. If you're going to align yourself with this revolutionary spirit, we have to be able to demonstrate. Let me just say this. This broadcast tonight is brought to you by Copper is the natural sanitizer. Jeremy Rankin. His phone number is 228-369-5415. All right. Your brother got a beautiful, nice smelling hand sanitizer that y'all need to get. Take his information down. All right. Take his information down. Jeremy Rankin is his name. 228-369-5415. All right. Support the brother. The brother's doing some revolutionary work. This is his revolutionary work. Make sure your blood is not dripping from your hands like it is this government. You understand what I'm saying? You need to keep your hands clean, your mind clean, your spirit clean. Anyway, it's another quote I want to read. On this day, August 30th, all right, on this happy born day of Fred Hampton Sr., it says here on August 30th, white men have ruled over us for so long. To some, it seems like one of the physical laws of nature. They've been ruling over us so long. And we affirm and we say, I am in full possession of my African sanity. I'm in full possession of my African mind. I will carry on the energy and the revolutionary mindset and the spirit, all right, of our people. All right. It's very necessary that we do that, fam. Very necessary that we do that. What are we doing today? Or what did we do yesterday to ensure us that we're going to live through this today? Did you plant a revolutionary seed yesterday that it may germinate and bear fruit tomorrow? What did you do? Did you read a revolutionary quote? Did you wear a revolutionary t-shirt? Did you pass on some revolutionary advice? Did you do anything that these 450 Africans have done in this particular book, The Suppressed Rebellion? All right? Because there's nothing that's ensuring the fact that you're going to be here tomorrow. All right? If you delve into these diabolical plans of what these people have in store for us, you would sound just like Professor Griff. You would sound just like Fred Hampton Jr. and Fred Hampton Sr. You would sound just like Kalanji. You would sound like a few other, Pam Africa and a few other revolutionaries that I know. All right? Let me read one more quote. The success of our oppressor is evident in our amnesia. The success of our oppressor is evident in our amnesia. A warriors and spiritual beings holding the most profound honor and reverence for the spirits of those who died for us. All right? In the so-called middle passage, we have to bring our African minds to visualize the Kemetic Ocean as our largest shrine. The Kemetic Ocean is our largest shrine. We've lost so many in the middle passage coming from Africa to America. To get here and for some of y'all to say I'm not African or I'm not black. And I'm not aligning myself with that mindset. We have to apprehend and appreciate the great body of water because it contains the greatest concentration of ancestral emotional content of our restless warrior spirit. The spirit of revolutionaries is restless now because we've looked forward and we know what's coming and we know it's about to affect our people. But when we warn our people look at us like we crazy. You know how many times in my family they've said about me that, oh, that's that black shit? I used to get that all the time. Family, friends, family reunion, or whatever. Oh, man, get out here with that black shit. I'm sure some of y'all have said, some of your family members have said the same thing to y'all. All right? But we need to understand that particular dynamic on how it works. You're going to go through that, and you're going to have to endure that. All right? Let me find this other clip that I wanted to play. Hold on.
Remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that. You're going to have to say that I am a proletarian. I am the people. I'm not the pig. You've got to make a distinction. And the people are going to have to attack the pigs. The people are going to have to stand up against the pigs. That's what the Panthers are doing. That's what the Panthers are doing all over the world. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism, and we know that racism is a byproduct of capitalism. If we don't hate the motherfucking white people, we hate the oppressor, whether he be white, black, brown, or yellow. We're gonna fight racism, not with racism, but we're gonna fight with solidarity. We said we're not gonna fight capitalism with black capitalism, but we're going to fight it with socialism. Everything would be all right if everything was put back in the hands of the people, and we're gonna have to put it back in the hands of the people. And these people in this class have divided themselves. They say, I'm black and I hate white people. I'm white and I hate black people. I'm Latin American and I hate hillbillies. I'm hillbilly and I hate Indians. So we fighting amongst each other. Nothing's more important than stopping fascism, because fascism will stop us all. That's the people's thing. Socialism is the people. You're afraid of yourself. If you're afraid of socialism, you're afraid of yourself. With no education, you have neo-colonialism instead of colonialism. What we're talking about is there has to be an educational program. That's very important, because if they don't have an education, then they're nowhere. You dig what I'm saying? They're nowhere, because they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. You understand me? You might get them caught up in because they're poor and they want something. And then if they're not educated, they want more. And before you know it, they'll be capitalists. And before you know it, we have Negro imperialists. Me, myself, I was born in a so-called bourgeois community and had some of the better things you could see in life. And I found that there was more people starving than there was people eating. And I found that more people didn't have clothes than they did have clothes. And I found that I just happened to be one of the few. And I made a commitment to myself that I wouldn't stop doing what I'm doing until all those people are free. You got black Easter, you got black Christmas, you got black brown all day, you got black April Fool, ain't here for nobody but black businessmen. And I say that anybody that comes into our community and does any type of situation that does not meet the needs of the masses, that I, Chairman President of the Black Panther Party, says that I catch that nigga by his collar neck and beat him to death with a Black Panther paper. We not going. Ain't nobody going nowhere. We ain't taking us nowhere. We're going to stay right here with the people. We're going to have to move, and we got to move fast, we got to move hard, and we're going to have to move organized. I'm saying something that might wake up some other exploited people and some other oppressed people, and if all these people ever get together, then these pigs that are exploiting us, we'll be able to run them into the lake. That's why they want to get rid of us. I don't believe I'm gonna die from spitting on a piece of ice. I don't believe I'm gonna die because I got a bad heart. I don't believe I'm gonna die because of lung cancer. I believe that I'm going to be able to die what I was in the thing that I was born for. I believe that I'm going to be able to die high off the people. I believe that I will be able to die as a revolutionary in the international revolutionary proletarian struggle. Why don't you live for the people? Why don't you struggle for the people? Why don't you die for the people?
RFK, he said it. Live for the people, struggle for the people, won't you die for the people. All right. Once again, happy Bornday to Fred Hampton Sr. And we're not going to say he was a revolutionary. We're going to say he is a revolutionary because he lives in us. In a few African traditions, we speak the name of those and keep them alive in us. We never speak of those that were great as dead. All right. As J. Edgar Hoover and his COINTELPRO was put out, they didn't mention, I believe, Fred Hampton Sr. by name, but several organizations that was mentioned, and a lot of them, it was a memo that went out. A lot of the names weren't even mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? But my thing is, it was their agenda and what they actually carried out is the thing that we need to be concerned about. COINTELPRO said, I think their purpose of the counterintelligence program and its endeavors was to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, and otherwise neutralize the activities of the Black nationalist hate-type organizations and groups, their leadership, spokespersons, membership, and supporters. This spelled out what Fred Hampton Sr. was actually doing. The activities of such groups of intelligence interests to this bureau must be followed and continue on a continuous basis, so we will be in a position to promptly take advantage of all opportunities for counterintelligence and to aspire action in instances where circumstances warrant. And the circumstances that warranted for them to put this counterintelligence program and counterinsurgency in place came through the dirty dealing of an agent that they put among the Black Panther Party. All right. Okay, so right now we should be able to know who these individuals are that's working among us that constantly sell out our people. They may look kind of different today. They may be on the radio. They may be making rap songs today. All right. They may be politicians. They may be the one with the bullhorn at the rally. All right. So who are these individuals? And can we readily recognize the mindset and the spirit and the actions of those that'll sell us out? Because the one that set up Fred Hampton Sr. was sure acting like he was down for the people. He was down for the movement. All right. Matter of fact, I need y'all to tell me his name. What is his name? What is that same individual? What is that individual's name? Do we know him? Do we know the individuals that are operating? Because it's not dead. Their counterinsurgents and counterintelligence program is not dead. Some of us done went to sleep thinking that it's dead. Give thanks, Elvin. Really appreciate you, man. Much love and respect to you also. So, glamorous Hollywood movies could be made about it. That's fine. We understand. Maybe it's designed to get those that next 2 or 3 generations a gateway to make their way into a level of consciousness. We understand that. Maybe you watched the TikTok video and you ran across some information and you began to search and figure out who are the Black Panther Party, who is Fred Hampton Sr. You probably heard a song by an MC or a rapper or a hip-hop group or a rap group, and you said, I'm curious now, who are these individuals? All right? Dead-Eye Danny, peace, what's good? I'm still waiting on the agent's name that set up Fred Hampton Sr. Who was the one that sat and wrote out the diagram on a napkin and showed the pigs where Fred Hampton Sr. would be laying his head that night when the police raided his apartment and murdered him and assassinated him and shot him to death? in this memo, it says no opportunity should be missed to exploit through counterintelligence techniques the organization and personal conflicts of the leaderships of those particular groups, and where possible, every effort should be made to capitalize upon existing conflicts between competing Black nationalist organizations. And they're doing that right now. They're doing that right now as we speak. So now the question is, thank you, William O'Neill. Now, so let's do a deeper research. Who else did William O'Neill set up? We're connecting the dots now. Who else did William O'Neill set up to get murdered? Come on, we're doing a deeper research right now. Come on, y'all. How many people did William O'Neill set up to get murdered? How many organizations did he infiltrate? How many other organizations did he infiltrate? I understand that, Elvin. Sean Carter gave us the name William O'Neill. Elvin gave us the name William O'Neill. How many other organizations did he set up? How many Black leaders did he set up? How many organizations did he infiltrate? While I'm waiting for y'all to give me the answer, because we gotta listen. The information should not stop at, okay, we know we set up this one, he set up that one, he did this work, whatever. Okay, we got that. We understand that. All right. Hold on. You could do a simple search of William O'Neill. All right. But there was a dynamic movie that came out. I believe it was called The Real History Behind Judas and the Black Messiah. I believe the movie was called. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Hold on.
Came into this movie expecting them to do Hampton dirty, but the opening scene immediately signals a certain perspective. This single speech might be one of the most important things Hampton ever put across to people. That liberation doesn't mean the oppressed getting a seat at the table. It doesn't mean individual Black people getting powerful positions within the same system that oppresses them. It means an end to oppression. It means an end to the system that reproduces that oppression. It is a complete rejection of the whitewashed, sort of fake Black liberation that liberals love to falsely project onto people like Martin Luther King Jr. What's more, it is juxtaposed with J. Edgar Hoover, the head of the FBI, the man with a vendetta against the Black Panther Party, the man who would go on to order Fred Hampton's murder, and the very representation of one of America's most destructive institutions that has done so much to defend capitalism and white supremacy in the United States. First, the movie shows us the people, and then it shows us the pigs. Hoover describes the Panthers as the single greatest threat to national security because of their ability to unite the communists, the anti-war movement, and the New Left. And he's not wrong about that. The Panthers built links with damn near everyone they could. They brought in the gangs, because in their own way, a lot of these gangs were providing for their own, and Hampton knew it was either get them on side now or end up being shot by them later. Criminals are often used by the state to carry out violence against political dissidents while maintaining a layer of deniability. And they did attempt to sow conflict between the Panthers and some criminal elements at this time. But the Panthers also made links across racial lines. In fact, there's one scene where the FBI agent Roy Mitchell, who is in charge of surveilling Hampton's branch of the party in Chicago, justifies trying to stop the Panthers to his informant William O'Neill, more on him later, by comparing them to the KKK, suggesting they're just the other side of the same coin, as in they're big, spooky reverse racists who just hate white people. He is literally spelling out the way other media misrepresents the Panthers. And the movie immediately refutes this position, which is one you can still hear coming out of the mouths of those who oppose Black liberation, by showing one of Hampton's greatest achievements: the Rainbow Coalition.
The Black Panthers, the Young Lords, and the Young Patriots are forming a Rainbow Coalition of oppressed brothers and sisters of every color.
The Rainbow Coalition was an alliance formed between the Black Panther Party, the Young Patriots, and the Young Lords. The Young Patriots were a left-wing group of white, largely Appalachian working-class youth who, frankly, with their talk of Southern pride, seems like they would have been ripe for infiltration by fascists. But Fred Hampton extended an olive branch. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie because it shows that there's a clear tension between the Panthers and these white guys sporting a Confederate flag. But rather than start a fight, Hampton tells them that they have a shared class interest, that they both have the same oppressors, and that it's going to be the same cops attacking them at the end of the day. The Young Lords were a Puerto Rican independence group that was perhaps a little more ideologically similar to the Panthers from the get-go, but who could have ended up being an opponent if violence broke out over territory. Soon, other left-wing organizations would join the coalition, and it would negotiate treaties with various gangs to reduce gang violence. This meant that not only were these organizations able to assist each other with strikes and other political actions, but they also helped make the streets safer in their communities. This was coupled with the Panthers' famous breakfast program and free clinic to turn them into more than just some group of activists. They were an asset to their community. While the movie does depict the Rainbow Coalition and the Panthers making alliances with various gangs, using the fictional street gang The Crowns as a proxy, as well as the breakfast program and the free clinic, because these things are not really the focus of the story, they don't get as much time as perhaps they deserve. This leads us to one big area the film falls short, in really explaining the ideology underlying all these things the Panthers are doing. In this movie, you'll hear the word communist once, at the beginning when Hoover is telling us how scary the Panthers are. You'll hear the word socialism mentioned maybe twice, and Hampton references Mao a couple times. Make no mistake, this is not an educational or historical film. This is a dramatization of the events leading to Fred Hampton's murder. So while it does show us many of the great things the Panthers achieve, it's very light on the actual ideology driving this group. It's worth stating explicitly once again, the Black Panthers are communists. They fed people, made their communities better, and organized to reduce poverty and protect workers because they are communists. That is what communists do. And it's very, very good.
And that's important. I think we do a great disservice when we try to make them into something else, what they weren't. They believed in socialism. They believed in communism. We had an ideology that informed our behavior, our politics. We had rules and regulations. We wasn't just a bunch of people hanging out and wearing black tams and leather jackets and talking shit to the police. We did that too.
Despite being disappointed that so much of the politics are kept to the back.
And Jerry. And Court and Jerry. It's a beautiful sister, man. Fred Hampton Jr.'s mom. All right. So the movie did shed some light on who Fred Hampton Sr., the Black Panther Party, the program, the ideology, the philosophy, and that kind of thing. And it gave people a surface understanding or a surface idea of who these individuals are, what the organization is about. If you saw the movie, you should have left there and did further and deeper research. All right. So my thing is, if he would have been 76 today, all right, if he was among us in the physical, he would be 76 today. So I'm saying he's among us. He should live in us. All right. We should carry out what this particular individual, his mission and objectives. All right. We have to be proactive. Now listen, of course you have to move very strategically. You have to surround yourself with people that speak to your best and your highest good. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm one of them individuals that blood debts must be paid in blood. All right. If you betray the people, then you have to get dealt with by the people, because it's all power to all the people. We're going to root out those people that sell us out, those people that want to join them other people against us. All right, we got to deal with them, plain and simple, man. There's no other way around this, man. There's no other way around it. Them people right now are choosing sides. And you'd be surprised the list of people that are choosing to go on the other side to fight against the masses of our people and who we are and what we represent. You think they just coming after and trying to neutralize the Professor Griffiths and the Kalanjis of the world, the Fred Hampton Juniors of the world, the Pam Africas of the world. You got another thing coming. I always used to say, once they neutralize and come and get those people I just mentioned, what makes you think they're not coming for you next? You stupid. And you think them people in those positions care about you? They don't care about you. So we have to be able to educate ourselves, well-informed, politically astute, as Minister Farrakhan put it, have some testicular fortitude, all right? Be able to know what you're talking about and be able to make wise decisions wisely, not just based on emotion because you know somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Nah. I mentioned D.L. Hughley the other day on my Instagram. Some people hit me up that says, well, wait a minute. I mean, were you even expecting D.L. Hughley not to flip? Was you shocked and surprised? I'm shocked and surprised that you were shocked and surprised. Well, let me clear that up. I wasn't shocked and surprised that D.L. Hughley flipped. All right. I think I was just kind of saying to myself, oh, okay, it's about time, because I knew they was coming for him. I knew he wasn't going to be able to speak up for Gaza as long as he was speaking up for what was going on in Gaza, as long as he did. Them people called him in, invited him to Kamala Harris's house. All right. And I think them people sat next to him and whispered in his ear, and he went and started apologizing. Poor D.L. Hughley. So the little bit of information that he did give us on his show, for what? Talking about he got better educated. He didn't do a deeper research on Kamala Harris. What kind of goddamn research did you need to do? She's demonstrating and showing you everything that she's about. I saw this meme. It said, she's going to fix all the problems once she becomes president. It's like, here for you, the goddamn vice president. Why can't you fix him now? And then if Sloppy Joe was doing the marvelous work that you said he's doing, why do we have the problems that you claim that you're going to fix later on? Y'all, seriously, y'all need to clear the fog away from your brain, man, and understand this thing. So I'm going to leave y'all with this. Found this on the internet. Let me give credit where credit is due. This is the other 98%. So go on Instagram and follow them. Go on TikTok and follow them. The other 98%. Them. Aren't you afraid of losing friends over your posts on controversial topics? Me, no. I'm afraid of remaining silent and watching evil advance. I'm afraid of seeing friends and their loved ones suffer because they lack knowledge, and I'm too damn cowardly and afraid to speak up. So no, I'm going to speak up. Whether I fill the goddamn room up or whether I clear this motherfucker out, I'm going to speak up. Whether I lose friends or not, I'm going to stand 10 toes down, and I'm going to stay focused and move forward. Because I'm going to get there regardless, with you or without your ass. I'm going to get there. You understand what I'm saying? And all these flunkies and handkerchief-head, bootlicking Negroes, I'm going to deal with them. One way or the other, they're going to get dealt with. But if you're demonstrating this cowardness and this traitorous kind of behavior, oh yeah, you need to get dealt with, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Somebody told me recently, why do you keep worrying about that and worrying about these people? I said, well, what makes you think I lose some goddamn sleep at night? No, kind of don't, man. What makes you think that the Creator is not all wise? That if he chose individuals like myself, you don't think that it's the duty and of the Creator to put the hedge around people like me to protect me so I can carry out this mission? Now, if I go to the left, I expect to get dealt with and destroyed, and whatever happens to me happens to me. But if I stay on the path, nah. I'm keeping my word. I answered the call to the Creator. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Now, am I going to meet people along the way that's going to assist that? Yeah. Am I going to meet people along the way that's going to fall off? Yeah, of course. But that's up to them, not me. I got to stay 10 toes down and stay focused and move forward. Do I have people to pull my coat and say, yo, you know something, man? You might need to say it like this or do it like this, or you might not need to move that way, but move this way. But beautiful. I love those individuals, man. My mission becomes part of their mission and vice versa. And I salute those individuals. So I always say, blood debts must be paid in blood. End of the story. You heard Fred Hampton Sr. say it. So, happy Bornday, Fred Hampton Sr., who would have been 36 today. I wish your son long life and your bloodline long life. I'm there whenever you need me, Fred Hampton Jr. You already got my number, but let me give it to you again. 6'7". Well, I spoke with him the other night, him in Pam, Africa. 678-557-2919. See, some of y'all are so afraid of death and dying and hardship that it neutralizes you and you don't even want to live. If you don't take chances and make sacrifices, then you're not living. If all you do is go to work, come home and kick your smelly ass feet up, put the remote in hand, and sip on fucking lattes, what kind of living is that? Well, maybe that's all you expect from yourself, so let me be quiet. Anyway, once again, hold on. It's been brought to you by Copper is a natural sanitizer. All right? Jeremy Rankin. Call him at 228-369-5415. All right? Brother got some dynamic hand sanitizer. All right? Let's start supporting the individuals that support us. And that's what I intend to do. That's a revolutionary act. Loving your wife is a revolutionary act. Loving yourself is a revolutionary act. Supporting your people that look like you, that want to help keep your dirty ass hands clean, is a revolutionary act. All power to all the people. All right, this is Professor Griff. I'm gonna play a few commercials, and then we're gonna sign out with a quote. All right. Hold on one second. Don't go nowhere. Make sure y'all check out DJ Fifth World and Soleil and myself at the Go-To Flow. That's the Ecstatic Dance, all right? The Ecstatic Dance, the Go-To Flow. All right, September 14th, 2024, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Arts Exchange, 2148 Noonan Street, East Point, Georgia. All right, you can get the tickets at www.goddesstripleoflove.com/events. All right, make sure you pick up my book that's out now. Now you know. 5 Elements of Hip Hop by yours truly, Professor Griff. Make sure pick up the Top of Soul by Professor Griff, the Warrior Affirmation album. And this album right here, all right, is the instrumental. Make sure you get the Psychological Covert or on Hip Hop by yours truly, Professor Griff. And of course, my children's book, You Are the Song That You Sing. Be on the lookout for book 2, You Are the Song That You Sing. All right. All right. I'm gonna leave y'all with this from the 90s. That's Sin by Imani Mukebo Mani Garudi. Black men will kill each other because they have not yet chosen to challenge and neutralize on every front the widespread power of racism, white supremacy, and white men to rule over their lives. Amos and Wilson, Dr. Amos Wilson. All right, fam. This brother Professor Griff, I'm signing out. Love y'all to life. All right. I'm gonna see y'all every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. All right. And Curious Minds, RNTV is coming back on the air next week. I'll see y'all then. Love y'all to life, man. Peace. Y'all would like to donate to All the Masses, please hit the Cash App and $ Professor Griff. And remember, this is On the Masses. We have to be able to On the Masses with the information on the masses with our political education where we can make wise decisions and informed decisions. All right? Peace, man.